Welcome back. Now, Durban 2022 will be the 22nd edition of the Commonwealth Games, where all 71 member territories from the Commonwealth of Nations are expected to compete. South Africa was awarded the rights to host the Games by the Commonwealth Games Federation's General Assembly meeting in Auckland, New Zealand in September last year. Now, Durban 2022 will mark the second time a Commonwealth Republic will host since Delhi in 2010. The Games are set to open on the 18th of July 2022, coinciding with the birthday of the former father of the nation, President Nelson Mandela. SABC News senior reporter, the hottest voice on television, caught up with Mark Alexander, Durban 2022 bid chairman. Let's take a look.
6 years to go, but I'm sure many milestones needs to be hit from now till then. Where are we at this stage?
Well, we're at this stage, we're wrapping up the bid process. We're doing the final closeout report and submitting the audited financial statements. I think the next step is that the Minister must now appoint a new board to deliver the Games. But it's important we start rather early. There's lots of work to be done, and I think today's forum, the Tourism Forum, plays a major role in making sure that we get our return on investment. So we need to have a marketing strategy, a strategy that involves all the role players in the tourism industry. SA Tourism, FIDASA, Tourism KwaZulu-Natal, the community tourism forums, all those forums need to get together and come up with a joint marketing strategy that fits into the links up with the bid.
Let's just talk. I want to talk about the tourism aspect in a little while, but in terms of the board appointment, when can we expect that?
Well, the Minister is busy with the process. We certainly hope before the end of the month they can appoint the board. So the board has lots of work to be done for the next 7 years, and the quicker the better.
Yeah. We're talking about, 1.2 to 1.4 million local and foreign tourists that will come over the 11-day period. What would this mean for South Africa in general?
I think it'll boost our economy. If one looks at what the tourism has done over the last couple of years, between 6 and 9% contributes to our GDP. So tourism is important, and that's why the planning stage is so important, that we maximize before and after the Games, that we have enough visitors visiting this region and our country.
Are we going to do something different in terms of a strategy to attract these tourists, or will the Games be the draw card per se?
I think we mustn't look at the Games in isolation. We must look up the build-up to the Games and the build-up afterwards. And that's what Glasgow's done, and quite successful. Even after the Games, the tourism market has improved because they market themselves well, they position themselves well, and they use the Games as a catalyst to get to where they are today.
Do these Games, these Commonwealth Games, still have a big audience?
It still has a big audience. It still has a big audience around the world. I think it's the fourth biggest event in the world, and there's a lot of spectators who follow the Games. Especially all the Commonwealth countries. There are a lot of. If one looks at what happened in Glasgow, there were 200,000 people that visited the Games, foreign tourism. And we need foreign tourism to come spend the money in South Africa. We must make sure they spend the maximum amount of money. But it all goes back to that strategy, the joint marketing strategy for the organization.
Obviously, lots of work to be done. You confident that your team can pull it off?
I think that if we can put together a formidable team to deliver the Games. We've done this with the Soccer World Cup. There's nothing impossible. We have the capabilities here, but we have to start now.
Just in terms of the key players in this team, can you give me some clarification in terms of the role the SASCOC CEO, Tabi Reddy, will play in the Durban 2022 Games?
The CEO of the sports control body will have a major role to play. Remember, there's a big part is the sports component. So he will have a role to play, as well as the CEO of the Durban 22 company. We have to work hand in glove with sport, and we have to work hand in glove with all the role players. Most of the departments of government has a role to play in these Games. And that's why the interministerial task team will have a major role ensuring that we deliver on what we promised.
Can he play both roles, though, in terms of being part of Durban 2022 as well as SASCOC?
I don't think he's going to be playing both roles. He has to choose one. I think he has chosen to stay with SASCOC. So, he won't be able to play both roles. For the bid phase, that was fine. But now the delivery phase will take a lot more dedicated attention from a CEO.
Let's talk money. What would this mean in terms of the finance, the economy of South Africa? What is likely to come in?
We projected that when we did an impact study that was done by Ernst & Young, we're talking about 20 billion direct impact to the economy and the ongoing visitors and stuff. But it starts now. There are a lot of pre-events. And we position Durban as a tourist and sporting destination. We need to market it well. And that's why this forum today needs to start doing their work in conjunction with the BID.